What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and I just completed the Lego Movie video game for the Wii U, released back in 2014. And, it's based off of the first Lego movie, the Lego movie, which I saw in theaters. I've seen lots in theaters, and I played this game. I started playing it way long ago. Like, my last save progress coming into this was about 7 years ago, and I actually started all over and played it again. I remember getting stuck on a part in the game where I just couldn't figure out what to do. I don't remember exactly what that part is, so don't ask me about it. But I was able to complete the entire story this time, so I can give my full review of it. So that's going to be pretty good. Yet another Lego game that I've completed, and the next game review will most likely be a Lego game as well. So just stay tuned. I know I like playing Lego games. I know they're really fun, and there's a lot of them that I have that I'm playing through. So that's why I'm doing them. But this game is not perfect. I didn't have high hopes coming into it. I didn't think it was going to be that good. I was surprised in how it was still actually really good, in my opinion. I think the levels were very detailed. A lot of fun stuff. Another great, like Lego Marvel, great character representation. The game was a little bit longer. It had officially had 16 main levels, though the first one, which is called the Prophecy, that was a tiny level. I wouldn't really consider it a full level, and stuff like that. But they do consider it its own level, even though it doesn't really feel like it, because you also get an end screen for that level, anyways. So that was. There's a few complaints though I do have about this game. One I think is kind of universal throughout most of the Lego games, if not all of them, and that is the character selection sort of thing. You press the button to swap characters, and it should be that you swap to the closest character standing next to you. But no, it likes to just jump around and do random stuff, switch to a character that's all the way over there, and everything like that. And the character you need is like... Anyways, the character you need is like all the way over there. And they're completely stuck, and you have to do a whole thing over again just to get them over there. It's really stupid. I don't know why it is, but I just don't understand why that is. It's not just this video game though. The way you build stuff is a little bit different to help tie into the movie. The master builders are the only ones that can build certain that can build like just generic builds, and they can also do master builds, which are completely different things. If you want to build somebody who isn't a master builder, you have to use instructions. And you have to find the instruction booklets and then use a certain pad. And building it that way, it's like timed, but the only thing is you have to do it and get somehow studs to do it. And you're guaranteed to not get the maximum amount that they say you can get, because time goes away. It goes away really fast. And most of them you need to find multiple parts. And switching around, the modules switching around to the different parts that you can use is not completely fun. It's not fun at all. So it's a little tough to use that, but you eventually can get that down and it'll be fine. But it's not a huge deal if you don't get all the studs, but it's something cool to get more progress on the game and everything like that. Those are okay. The master builds are pretty fun. You have to unlock all the pieces that you're going to need for some of them, especially in the later part of the game. That's fine. And then the regular builds as well. What I wish they would have changed about the regular builds is, say you want to do Emmett before he becomes a master builder, you have to... He won't finish. He will build the entire thing and then realize, oh yeah, I'm not a master builder. I can't build this. And the whole thing just disintegrates. Then you gotta switch to a different character. So it makes it seem like he can build it, but he can't. So you gotta know that coming in. That's stupid. I wish you could just say, oh, I can't build this right before I even starts building. Then, switch over to somebody else. I wish they would do that, because that caught me off guard in the first part of the game when I was trying to figure everything out again. It just wasn't working for me, and I had to figure that out. But other than that, the controls were fine. It's just Lego controls, nothing too out of the ordinary there. The levels again were very detailed, very fun. At the end of the game, the last couple levels, they throw in a bunch of characters that I don't think really had prominent roles in the movie. Superman, Green Lantern, Gandalf, a magician, That's all I can think of at this point. And of course, but like, I don't know why they threw Wonder Woman 2. You play as a Wonder Woman for a little bit as well, and they're in the movie, so it makes sense that they're there. But why throw them in at the end? It was so weird. I didn't necessarily hate it. I think it was a good ad. I think it. I don't really have a full detailed point about it, but I'm saying that it it could have been done a little bit better in my opinion. But just caught me off guard, I guess, for that matter. But otherwise, I think that was fine. I mean, he plays all the other characters, and they all have good representation, all the main characters and stuff like that. My favorite character, the best character to use, I think, overall, was Unikitty. She was also the hardest character to control because she had a special way of grappling onto, like, hooks or jumping or stuff like that. And you got the anger thing. You don't want to switch to her being angry because there's no way to switch back until the time limit runs out, and you don't know when that is. It doesn't tell you. But she was by far the best character for battling because of that anger thing, and she was also the best character for that kind of thing. She's also the easier character to control. There was no character that I think was really hard to control. Maybe if I had to say, maybe the pirate guy, but he wasn't hard to control at all. I think they're all really easy to control, so that wasn't a bad thing at all. There's a lot, as it is usually in other LEGO games, there's a lot to do outside of the main story. I completed the main story. Now, I did go and find some Easter eggs. Now, I did go and do a tiny bit of open world stuff, just a little bit of open world stuff. And I did some stuff in the game, in the levels that you can collect. A couple of the things. One special thing you can do, you can build a jukebox, and they all do a dance to Everything is Awesome. And you can press certain buttons to keep it going and get more studs, which is really, really cool. I did that twice in the game. So far, there's probably more opportunities to do that, but that's the only 2 times I was able to find it. There's plenty of other things to find. I got not even 19% completion on this game. That's how much extra stuff there is to do. And if I ever get the opportunity, I'm going to go in and I'm going to try and find it all. I'm going to try and explore it all. And if you play this game, I recommend doing it. But yeah, the main story, not even 20% of the game. That's crazy. Which is insane. But unlike Lego Marvel, I'd say if you do the game and you get the character, you probably won't unlock too many other characters. Like, of course, you get to unlock all the other fantasy characters and stuff like that. But as far as, like, really well-known characters from the movie, most of them, you're going to unlock them all in the main story. So you don't have to worry about that. But there was also some inaccuracies when it came to the movie. There's one level in particular when Emmett, it's right after Emmett becomes a Master Builder. I think it's the third to last level in the game. So level 14. When he's running around without the piece of resistance, that was a little weird. Without the piece of resistance, but he's a Master Builder, but he's hanging around with a firefighter and a coworker from the construction site. Now, the game makes sure that they are utilized, because they are used. But like Gil is mentioned in the movie, she plays a much higher role in this game. The firefighter, this is a random off the street. Yet they play such a high role on this level. That just didn't make sense to me. Because usually the movie, they do a good job of staying canon to the movie. All the cutscenes in between levels are direct takes from the movie. Sometimes they don't line up completely. And you know what? You get to deal with that. That's fine. But because it's not going to be perfect, but it's good enough. But that level in particular just did not sit with me. I just felt really weird. But at least they had a role in the level. At least they made sure that they played a role in it, and they just weren't thrown in there for no reason. So, not a huge deal. Just again caught me off guard. The character models, for the most part, I thought were fine. Emmett's character model, though, creeped me out a little bit. Not necessarily. They did him right, but he just doesn't fit. His movie version and his video game version are not the same. Especially in the title screen. It creeps me out so much. Oh my god. Because it just doesn't look right. Everything's there, it just doesn't look right. And there's a couple other instances of that, Emmett specifically in the game. The other characters, for the most part, are fine. But just stay tuned. Just be on the lookout for that. There you go. Because it's gonna throw you off a little bit. But overall, I thought this was a fun game to play. It exceeded my very low expectations. So that's always good. But if you're a fan of Lego Movie, if you're a fan of Lego games in general, I recommend picking up this game and trying and playing it. Maybe you can get it on the Switch. Maybe you can get it, probably not on the Switch, but you can get it on the Wii U and give it a try if you got a Wii U or something like that. You probably find it on Steam as well if you want to try and play it there, which is where I'm going to be playing my next game. Probably when I get home from this next recent trip I'm about to take tomorrow. But for my final score for the Lego Movie video game, I'm going to have to give it a... Ooh, this is a iffy one here. Probably going to give it an 8. It's good. It's not on... That's a good rating for it. That's all I'm going to say. But if you've played this game, I'd like to hear your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And how do you like it? You know, is it on par with other Lego games? Is it lower? Is it higher? I'd like to know. That's going to do it for this video game review. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.